It's never a bad time to have your starter go 7 and to win by a large margin, but like how big was that at this time for you guys?
Yeah, it's like you say, never a bad time, but very timely for all the obvious reasons, right? But Dylan was really good. We got into that starter 7-inning spot that is really important to us, and obviously we were able to open it up with a lot of relentless at bats throughout. Top of the lineup, carrying the weight for the most part down through bogey, but whole team effort. Malty contributed the 9, but yeah, it was important.
There's a couple things in there that like Cease getting to be this guy. How important would that be for you guys here?
Huge. Huge, and the way he did it tonight is a great blueprint for it. Dominated 0 and 1-1 counts. So he's just first three pitches were 2 out of 3 were almost all strikes. So he does that. It's earlier outs. It's sets him up for the strikeout that he clearly has and wants, but also allows him to get earlier outs, which wins for 100 pitches, 7 innings. That's pretty much the recipe.
And these other ones fairly obvious, but you've been kind of haven't gotten it a whole lot. Is the top of the order all contributing?
Yep, that's right.
Like 11 runs is the kind of thing that can happen when not. I just wonder how big that is.
It's huge. It's there's 2 big milestones that happened again tonight. We got the starting pitching, and that's how you really ultimately put together and win games, and allow your bullpen to be rested. And contributions for the top of the lineup. Toddy sets the tone. Fantastic, just a force in every aspect of the game with the bat in his hand on the bases. Louis got his magic wand going. Manny's being Manny, and Jackson looks like who he is, and Sheets continues to take good at bats, and Bogey's shoot the line out to center, and could easily have a 4-hit night.
You said Dylan's start was timely for obvious reasons, and I'm wondering if you could kind of go into
Right.
those obvious reasons. Just what it means for resetting the bullpen ahead of, as part of a stretch that you guys are in right now.
Yeah, no, that's the, maybe it's not so obvious, but yeah, I need to explain it. The starting pitching, being able to go deep in the game is a big part of it. Not to force it, but to be able to do it and do it effectively. So that's a starting point. And then you mentioned the bullpen. Especially in the stretch of games we are in, you can be a little bit more aggressive with your bullpen if you're in a stretch where we were at the beginning of the season, first 5 or so weeks, where days off were more available, but they're just not right now. So we've been having to, and the guys have been great in the bullpen, as we all know. No bullpen's perfect, clearly, but we've relied on them a lot, and they picked our spots for them and been able to get them where they need to be for the most part. But that's not a recipe you want to hold on to for a long period of time. And then also coupled with the offensive numbers that allowed us to go and just Morgan grab the 8th and 9th and have a little breathing room. So all of that's important for those reasons.
When Tatis and Arise are going like they did tonight, can you speak to the way they maybe kind of play off each other, and the way Arise can put the ball in play and Tatis can run?
Yeah, that's what it's exactly what it looks like, right? Toddy's at the top, absolute havoc. And then now you've got infielders that just don't know where to go with Louis, right? And then they're moving and they're all over the place. Just creates holes for a guy that can find holes even more so. So it's really a dynamic duo. And then you got, oh, by the way, Manny Machado and Jackson Merrill coming up right after that. So what it looks like tonight, the top of our lineup, and they have those at bats. Watch out. Here we go.
Anything else?